What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Humble Minds Podcast. We're your hosts, Barmer and AJ. It's been a long time,
Long time.
but we back. It hasn't been an easy road, but we back. Life has been lifing, man. Things been happening, but we definitely wanted to get back on track and get this thing going. So we back. Without further ado,
Facts, man. And another reason, like we were gonna always bring it back, but you know, it seems like once we actually stopped putting out episodes, that's when like everybody was hitting us out like, "Yo, like when the next episode?" Blah 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 like that. I'm like,
Word.
bro, like life is life right now.
Yeah.
Like changes are happening. We just going through something, but hey, we back.
Nah,
We
100%,
back.
bro. We glad to be back, man. Long time coming. Like he said, a lot of people was asking for it, so we definitely wanted to give the people what they wanted. So we back. So just to kind of, I guess give us some backstory, bro. What's been going on with you?
Uh, I got married, Hey,
I was a married
so
man.
like yeah, like I think we spoke on it like before we took a break.
Mm-hmm.
That's another reason why I took a break. I had to focus on that. It was a lot of stuff going on. Had to lock in. If you ever been married before, bro, it's like for the people out there, if you ever been married and you ever had a wedding, then you know it's a lot of stuff that you gotta deal with.
Yeah, for sure.
And even though I do weddings, for my job, I do video and stuff for weddings and I know everything that goes into it, it still was like to have your own is like something totally different.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean I could definitely see how it was, man. Even to the last minute, it was
Yeah,
always something. So it was crunch time, but man, I think everything turned out well, man. I was definitely honored to be a part of you guys' big day, and again, I think everything came out nice, man. I definitely enjoyed myself and being
he's
around
been
you.
modest, y'all. He was one of my best men, so
Yeah, man, that
wasn't
was
just a
that was
part of it. He was the best man
and I appreciate that, bro. That was special to me. So I was
already.
glad to be there, bro. So, but definitely had a good time kicking it with your family. The only thing I will say is we gotta get some name tags next time around your family. Make sure they don't
They'll
confuse
mix
me and
you a
your Monty.
Monte.
Yeah, So his brother, apparently, me and his brother look exactly the same, and now he's got a beard. So
Yeah, it's
they
the it's
kept
the
confusing.
it's the skin complexion.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
So, but nah, man, it was super fun. You guys look great, man. Everything came out perfect, man. I think definitely was something worth celebrating. So, no, that was special, bro.
facts. Yeah,
So, but yeah, man. So we just kind of getting back to it. So for me, man, life has been life, and unfortunately, you know, kind of the last few months of the year, my grandma ended up getting sick, and unfortunately, she passed, in December, and then my great grandmother passed, not even a month later, or probably right
yeah.
a month later. So, definitely a crazy time for me, man. Just kind of getting readjusted to life without my grandmother, because anybody that knows me, she was like very special to me. So, she was my dog. So. Definitely gonna miss her, but looking to make her proud every day. So, but yeah, but nah, we back and we're gonna get right into it. So, a couple things we're gonna talk about. I wanted to talk about this, so let's talk about Melo being inducted into the Hall of Fame, bro. What are your thoughts on that?
Shout out to Melo, man. I'm a LeBron fan, so it was like I never really like paid so much attention to Melo.
Yeah,
Besides, I mean, I know of Melo, know like he's a scorer, like he's a bucket for sure. But yeah, I think he deserved it. I think he deserved it. It's not many people that was into basketball growing up that didn't know who Melo was and
hmm
stuff like that. So even though he didn't have the legacy of all the, of like certain greats and stuff like that, like he still made his mark on the game. And I feel like he deserved it.
yeah. Nah, and I think before this even happened, I think there was always a question about him not winning a championship, if that was gonna
Facts.
affect him being inducted, being a first ballot Hall of Famer. So I definitely I was always on board hoping that he did, and I think he made a big enough impact on the game, being a elite scorer, that he was I feel like he deserved it. But of course I'm gonna be biased because that was my man.
And
So
then I mean, it's like when you talk about the whole body of resume, like the whole resume or whatever like that, body
yeah,
of work. Uh, he won a championship in college.
yeah,
Yeah,
He's got some gold
you gotta
medals,
factor in,
scoring
and all
champion.
that scoring championship.
Yeah,
You know, leave it to my homeboy Dion. You know, he's supposed to won Rookie of the Year, but you know,
it was close though. I think that could have gone either way, but I
it could
think
have gone
Melo
anyway.
was
But you
right
know,
there.
some people gonna say that Melo should have got it. So it was, you know,
Yeah, nah, but
I
that
don't. I think it could have went either way.
nah, and you know, if the chips would have landed differently, had he landed in Detroit, he would
Hmm.
have had one at least.
Yeah,
But you know that kind of messed that up. But regardless, you know Melo, I think one of the best players, top 10 scorer in the whole game. I got a chance to meet him last year, so I was super excited because now I know like his jerseys are going like triple in value, especially getting the autograph. So, but yeah, man, super special. I'm glad to see that. So. All right, bro. Let's switch gears a little bit, man. You know, it's getting a little warmer outside. You know, cookout season is approaching. So,
facts.
I wanted to talk about some of the do's and don'ts at a black/Spanish cookout, right? So we're gonna get into it. I guess we can kind of bounce off one another. So I'm gonna let you go first, man. What is a do or a don't at a black cookout?
Um, trying to think, man. I'm trying to think. Food is one thing, so it
Mm-hmm.
depends on what you bring as food. You know, don't be bringing no unseasoned food.
Word.
Don't be bringing no what is it, potato salad with raisins in it. Don't be bringing
Yeah.
none of that shit.
Word.
But music, of course, gotta
Gotta have the vibes.
if you're controlling the music. You know, some people have DJ come through. Some people, you know, got big speakers and stuff like that. And
Word.
my pops got big speakers and stuff like that. So he plays the music. But if you're controlling the music, man, you can't be whack on
Word.
the ones and twos, man. You can't be whack on the ones and
Yeah.
twos.
One thing I'll add to it too, and I know like Pooch be having the vibes out there.
Hmm.
But one thing that's important, especially for somebody that didn't grow up in that culture, like I've been in there my whole life, so I'm kind of inducted. But
Yeah.
bro, if you gonna sit down and play spades, you better know what you're doing,
Oh
bro.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that
Like you
that's
can't.
that's one of the biggest
Don't
things.
sit at the spades table if you got to get coached
Word.
because they ain't got time
We
for
ain't got
that.
patience for that, bro. At this point, you
And
gotta be
you
ready to
gotta
go.
be prepared. Cause like every family is different, so you gotta be prepared. You
Hmm.
gotta know how to play ace high. You gotta know how to play with the jokers.
Word.
So you just gotta be prepared, dog.
And you gotta know when somebody's trying to psych you out when they got that card, like
Oh
they're gonna
yeah.
smack it down. So yeah, so that's important. So, but
But
that's some good stuff.
what about the Spanish side?
So I'm gonna throw a disclaimer out there.
I think y'all be. I don't know. Just from what I see on TV and stuff like that, they be having a good time.
No, we be vibing, bro. Which I gotta get you. One day you gotta come out to New York and we gonna chill with the fam.
Facts.
But I'm gonna throw a disclaimer out there, right? I'm gonna tell you that the aunties, the grandmas, the great grandmas, the moms, they really judgmental. Especially
Mm,
so. I'm gonna get into why, but I would say one of the don'ts walking in, don't come in empty handed. Cause again, they're a little judgy, so they're gonna be like, yo, they coming in here, whatever. So that's gonna be a definitely don't. I'm gonna tell you another thing too that a lot of people don't think about, right?
what?
So all right, so boom, so you know how I'm Hispanic,
Hmm.
Kelly's not, right? So one of the things that's expected in the Spanish culture is that when it's time to eat, she goes and
Makes the plates
get,
and stuff like that. I feel like
yeah,
I women don't crucify me. But I feel like that's in every culture. I should feel like that should be in every culture, or that is in like every culture. I
I'm
feel
sure.
like uh now it's a new day and age.
Word.
So all women ain't the same no more.
No
But
doubt.
I know when we had certain stuff and like if it's like we get there and me and Tia gonna eat at the same time, like she'll make my plate and stuff like
Okay,
that.
word.
Like my mom will make my dad plate and stuff like that.
So
I
it
feel like
translates. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like it translates. So, but then you do have some people some women who just feel like no, like you here, make your own plate. So
That's
it's
so and what a lot. So with Spanish culture, bro, we like tight knit.
mhm.
So when you getting that feedback from auntie or mom or grandma, whatever the case is, those are little signs in their mind that tells them this is gonna be a good partner for you or not, right?
Ah,
So that's kind of one of the things. Which luckily I never had to tell Kels. It was just like a natural thing for her. But I know had that been a situation, they probably would have said something.
Or they would have been like, make that man plate.
Yeah, or they
Yeah.
would have put me to the side like, you know, you ain't supposed to be making your own plate, you know, or they'll act if they see me trying to go get my food, they'll run and try to go get it for me, whatever the case
Oh
is.
yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's if my ladies, if you're dating a Spanish man and you going to a cookout, definitely just keep that in front of your mind, make
Ladies,
make that brother's plate.
if you dating any man,
Or
if you dating any man, bro, like it's seriously accustomed to like make that man plate, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you want to be a wife? You want to be a
No,
wife?
facts. But the vibes is always there. So, and another thing you don't want to do is turn down people's food. But I'm gonna tell you this: whoever invites you to the cookout, get a update on whose food you need to eat and whose you don't, because you got some family members you don't need to be eating their food anyway. So just gotta get a quick rundown on what's acceptable and what's not. So I'm gonna say that, and then I'm sure it's the same thing for you guys.
I don't know
As it
because
is.
it kind of is, but it's kind of different because like, and maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me, but nobody in my family that we consider like not just like immediate family, but like a little bit on the outside. Okay, I gotta put this. All right, so with my family, like the Browns and stuff like that, of course you're gonna have like your immediate family, like your mom, your grandma, and stuff like that. But on the outside, your aunts and stuff like that, like G2 mom and stuff like that, I really felt like my family could cook against anybody.
Oh, they nice like that?
I really feel like
Yeah.
I feel like none of them make bad. I haven't tasted no bad food
Nah,
from
that's solid.
I'm gonna say from the main people that usually cook.
So any cookout that I've been to of yours, the food's always top notch.
Yeah.
Even if I'm on a diet, I'm like, yo, forget this diet. I'm about to eat right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So like, I don't feel like I had too many bad meals. Now, if I go to somebody else's, I'm very picky on what I eat. So if I go to somebody else's cookout in the black community, something like that, I may just get a burger. They got some chicken. I may get some chicken. Chicken, gotta have some hot sauce there because your chicken too dry. Then
Nah, I feel that. That's solid. Another tip I'm gonna give you is bring cash, because at any time you might be you be playing dominoes, or we call it a Spanish bingo. We call it loteria. So you might be dealt into that.
Oh,
so
wow.
that you're gonna definitely have to bring some cash for that. So just make sure you pay attention, because they don't like repeating themselves on the bingo too. So
So is it like because New York City vibes or whatever like that? Is it like how it is? Cause I'm judging everything about how I see off movies, or whatever like that. Is it like a backyard, string lights up type vibe?
most of the time, yeah.
Salsa dancing.
Yeah. So the music.
I always want, bro. Like I would love that so much.
Yeah. No, the vibes is always there, bro. So definitely the everything you just described is like that. But I will tell you this. All right. So this is something like moving to Virginia and then going to cookouts here, like Spanish cookouts here. They're a little bit different, right? So we call them. I guess we just call them like they call them carne asadas, like just steak, whatever the case is. But it's a little bit of a different vibe. It's a little country vibe here. And I guess it's just based on like the region or whatever the case is.
Yeah, I can see that.
But in New York, like it's litty, so it's definitely a different vibe. So we definitely gotta make sure we hit one of my family's cookouts this year.
Facts.
But yeah, so it's a little bit different. But that's what I base it off. So,
Right,
but
that's
yeah.
what's up.
Oh, and you definitely wanna, if auntie or somebody pull you out the dance, you just do your best, bro. Do your best. That's what you gotta do.
Auntie.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, but yeah, that's those are my do's and don'ts, bro. So, yeah, that's all I got. What else?
So would they be mad if I pull Michael B. Jordan and be like, "Hey, auntie"?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, but that's another thing. I'm sure this translates
I don't know, like in
everywhere.
y'all culture, like most people like be married. Or
Yeah, they get married.
I
pretty
won't step
early.
on nobody's toes.
No. I'll let you know the safe zones and stuff like that. We good.
Nobody, it's no safe zones for me. It's
Yo,
no
let
safe
me ask you a
zones for me.
question. Oh yeah, that's right. You locked down, my boy. Let me ask you a question, because like I know for us, like it's really important that you walk in and you say a general, "Hey, how you guys doing?" Sometimes that's not enough for some families. They want you to go around, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm Bomber, whatever the
I think
case
it's
is.
I think it's more so like you can still do that, but like if you know, I feel like if you're a part of the family,
Mm-hmm.
'cause, you know, people on black cookouts, people gonna pour in anyway.
No doubt.
But if you're a part of the family and you know all the older people,
Yeah.
like the grandmas and stuff like that, and you see them, like you can walk in and say hey to everybody gonna speak back. But like for the people that actually know, it's still cool to go up and be like, hey, aunt, how you
Word.
doing? Hey, grandma, how you doing?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that. But if you like an outsider and you come in, I don't expect you to go up to like every single person there and be like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
come in and be like, hey, or like if you come with somebody, like if I was to bring you with me,
You gotta introduce me.
I would be like, hey, I go in, I'll be like, hey, everybody, and then I'll be like, this my brother, my homeboy Obama right here,
Yeah.
blah 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 like that.
Yeah.
So it's like that type of situation, and then I would go and hug my grandma and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's solid. No, that's good info. See, I feel
Well,
like
it's
we
different for
giving.
you now, though.
Yeah,
You
because my
probably gotta go speak now because
nah,
you've been
yeah,
around too much,
no,
too
exactly
long.
right. Yeah, no, I know everybody now. Yeah, I was even talking to your other grandma, bro. We just had a long
Oh, my grandma
conversation.
team,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. She's solid, bro.
It was good to see her. I ain't seen her in a while.
Yeah, she thought it was your brother at first, but then she was like,
Yeah,
"I'm so sorry," but she was
yeah, cause
cool.
she that night was her first time meeting Monte.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
That's
it was
crazy.
her first time meeting Monte.
Man, yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I feel like we're giving the people some solid information here for future endeavors and stuff.
Facts.
But yeah, so what else, bro? What else we gonna talk about?
No, no,
Yo,
no. What's
no, I do
next?
want to talk about something,
What's up?
and I put it in there because, bro, I'm 32 now.
Oh, okay.
Yo, making plans now, bro, as a
Hard.
32-year-old, yeah, it's a little different. And
Very
it hit me the
difficult.
other day. Some of my boys was like, "Yo, let's go out, whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, no doubt, whatever." So I'm like, "What time should I be there? 8 o'clock? 7:30?" Nah, bro, we not leaving the house till 9. I'm like, "Yo, you count me out, bro."
Yeah.
So I'm like at that stage right now where I'm like, if it takes me leaving the house at 8 o'clock, I'm not going. You count me out, bro. So I don't know about you, but I
Nah,
just be tired, bro.
I'm low key the same way because it's like it depends. I say it depends. It depends on who I'm going out with and stuff like that. Now, like if I'm going out, me and Tierra, we going out with other couples like you, Kelly, or somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like how we did when we went to the bowling alley or something like that. Now I feel like that. I feel like yeah, that's fine, that's cool because I'm, but we going out with people that we just like not just met, but we don't talk to as much.
Yeah,
It's like I thought we going out that late.
yeah, nah, that's
I ain't
facts.
going out that late. I don't, like, bro, like I don't even want to leave the house as it is, unless it's like to do something with y'all and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like other than that, I really don't want to leave the house as it is. So I'm good with just being in front of my game, unless Tierra be like, "Hey, let's go do something." Then
or
I'll make some plans, and that be the problem. I don't know if it's the same with you,
mm-hmm.
but every time we do something or like plan a trip or something like that, I have to be the one to find hotels or
Mm.
B&Bs, activities to do and all that. And I just be like, bro, what are y'all gonna do?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah,
Like
that's
I'm planning everything. Like they be like, you so good at finding rates on rooms and stuff like that. I'm like, no, I don't like doing that.
yeah, no doubt, bro. I can't take credit for that. That's Kels. I might throw the idea out there, but she's the planner. And
Mm,
as far as like she'll look, and then I'll just like randomly just go on my phone for like 30 seconds, be like, oh, we should do this, and then I'll just move on. But I'm like, yo, let me know ahead of time there's something you want to do, because I gotta mentally prepare myself to really be engaged into whatever we're gonna do.
yeah,
Because
that's
especially
facts.
if we going around new people, bro, like I definitely want to make sure that I'm engaged. Like when we go out, it's
Hmm.
cool because like, bro, we might be 30 minutes and I don't even say a word to you, or you don't say a word to me, but we locked in, bro.
Yeah,
Whatever it is, we just vibing. Whatever the case is. But yeah, so I definitely, yeah, it's just different nowadays, bro. And I feel like I'm tired all the time. So, um,
bro. What
yeah,
the wedding? Little off top, but the wedding I did this past weekend was 10 hours long.
damn.
Sunday, I chilled, relaxed. Monday, I thought I was gonna be good.
Mm,
Actually, I went out. No, Sunday I went out and did some stuff in the yard.
mm,
Got frustrated because something happened to my piece of equipment I had.
wow,
So I let people use it. It's got messed up, so now I gotta fix that.
damn.
So I went back in the house. I was already tired from Saturday, and then Monday comes along, and I'm thinking like Monday here, I relax. Sunday's gonna be good. Well, I slept almost all Monday.
Sometimes we need it, bro. Sometimes we need it.
I really feel like I'm old as hell, bro. I really feel old, bro.
No, for real. Life has been lifing, bro. And I tell Kelly that all the time, man. You know, coming home after work and everything like that, like being, you know, with Gabby, helping her with her homework, all that stuff, it take the life out of me, man. Because I be ready to just crash when I get home. So, no, I definitely understand where you're coming from. But, you know, yeah, yeah, we getting up there, bro. I definitely could tell. Definitely could tell. My knees just threw a check engine light the other day. And it's not working out the same no more, bro. So, but yeah,
Nah, you just gotta get back active, man.
yeah.
I can't say like we went to the basketball court the other. One of my friends from North Carolina, they came down here that I played the game with, and we went to the basketball court, and I was like, I was tired, like, I was exhausted, but I needed that. So like, I do want to get back into like working out and stuff like that.
I'm gonna start going back to the gym next week.
Because you know, at one point I was going to the gym like every day, but then like schedules changed and it just made it hard to just stay up with it.
Yeah.
So I do want to get like some stuff at home so I don't have to like go out to the gym and stuff like that. Because the gym where I'm at, it's not really worth the money.
Yeah, man, definitely maybe do something at home. Yo, you know what I was thinking about the other day? I kept bugging you. This is just random too. My boss is like, yo, when you getting on the game? When you getting on the game? And then you asked me, yo, you play, what do you play? What do you say you play rank or whatever the case is?
Yeah.
And I went to go try to play rank. You ain't heard from me since, bro. I'm straight.
Because we don't. One thing about me and the people and I'm just gonna say Dion because he's the main person I play the game with is like no matter what game it is, if it's like a quick match or if it's like rank or competitive, we don't touch quick match, bro. And that's fine. I mean like even when we just get in the game, like straight out getting the game, we go straight to like the rank.
I got you.
So and that's like completely fine. So like we had people join us and we already been playing.
Yeah.
So it's like it's cool. Like learn your character.
Yeah.
It's a 6-man team on Marvel Rivals.
Word.
So like as long as you ain't slacking too bad, then you're fine. If you pick like a DPS or something like that and you going like 1 for 8 or whatever like that, then it's like
no doubt.
Like,
So
you need to be a healer.
we gonna reconvene, bro, because like I'm not as good as I thought I was when I jumped on the on the other matches. So yeah, we'll reconvene on that. But
yeah, but how good you do depends on your team too.
Yeah.
So like,
who you be playing with the most though?
So when the game season 0 when the game first came out, I only played with Penny. I really wish I was streaming when it first came out because I'm pretty sure I guarantee I was like one of the first Lord Pennies, if not the first.
Yeah.
Like I would get into a match and I'd be Lord, and dude was like, "Oh my god, I've never seen a Lord Penny before." I'm pretty sure I was like one of the first.
You was
people,
cooking
bro.
with Penny, bro.
I be cooking with Penny, bro. But now I don't like playing her no more.
Who you play with now?
So last season I got Namor the Lord. I'm trying to get into Captain America. Healing is like, I think healing is like one of the easiest things up there as long as you're protected. So for healing wise, I do like Cloak and Dagger. I know people don't like this character for healing, but me and my homies when we play Rocket,
Rocket's tough.
all I know is the heal button.
Yeah.
So y'all don't have to worry. Like all I know is the heal button. I ain't gonna be out there trying to get that many kills with Rocket. If I see somebody health low, then I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah, sometimes it just gotta be support, bro. And I will be playing with Rocket, but my main guy is the Punisher.
I've been Punisher hard too.
Yeah,
but Punisher with Rocket is OD
because you get that infinite ammo. Yeah, it's solid. So that's crazy. But yeah, we're gonna reconvene, bro. I gotta practice a little bit more. I'm not as ready as I thought I was.
This is the perfect time to get on because the season like literally just started. So perfect time to get on, and we can use you. Like I know, like we know a secret. I know a secret to ranking up through gold now.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Let me know.
you want to
We'll get
play?
on.
Definitely come on. So
I got you.
I can get out of go, and then I'll switch accounts.
My dog. My dog. Yeah. What else, bro? So what you been watching lately?
Uh, for real, I've been watching a bunch of streams and stuff. Besides anime, of course,
Mm-hmm.
but like DDG. Recently DDG did like a week long stream,
Mm.
and he would bring an artist on, and he was like cooking up right there on stream,
So
like he was punching in, and I almost got me like
you want
I
me back in the
really
booth?
missed the process.
Or
So like I
yeah.
really like he really like DDG really made me miss the process of making music, of just being creative, just from seeing his stream, and he made like some great songs of that. He
That's
even made a
crazy.
song with Shabuzi. If you know him,
Uh-huh.
he's a country singer.
Okay.
He's a black country singer.
Hmm.
So
I'm about to check them out.
downtown, I'm gonna put you onto the
Yeah,
song.
yeah, put me
He
on.
got a popular country song, bro, and I love that song so much.
Mm.
I think I played it at the
I
wedding.
think you might have.
Matter of
Now that
fact,
I'm thinking about it,
I think
yeah.
I played. I think I told the DJ play it at the wedding. I think he
Yeah.
played it at the wedding for me.
Huh.
But yeah. So they made this dope song. Him and the baby made us. He had the baby up there, Shabuzi, Queen Naja. Um, what got me hooked was the stream that he did with Wiz Khalifa.
Okay.
I think that was like the first person he brought up there.
So
And like I always been a fan of Wiz Khalifa, so him, and it's just crazy how like, well, DG was originally a YouTuber
mhm.
rapper. Now he's becoming a top streamer to me, if you ask me. But it's just so crazy how like streaming is like shaping the music
Nah, it
industry
is,
now.
bro. It's really
So
influencing
like
it.
music, like the music industry is like low key needing streamers because streamers are like what rappers used to be.
Or
Like, you know how everybody wanted to be a rapper because rappers are so cool.
yeah.
Now it's like streamers are like on that
No
level.
doubt.
So I think it's crazy how like you can have somebody like Casanat react to your song, and then if he give it a good review, it's like you
Yeah.
lit.
Yeah,
Give
yeah.
it a bad
That's
review.
that's probably my favorite streamer is Kai.
Kai.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't ever say that I've sat there and watched a stream, but I go back and look at clips and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. And yeah, I definitely yeah, I like it, man. I like him. I like Ray.
Ray
Yeah,
funny.
Ray's funny.
Ray funny,
And then
bro.
Phantom and all that. Really, pretty much all of them guys.
AMP,
Really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch all of them. I think I watch. Of course, I watch Kai the most. Then, low key, I watch Kai. And AMP wise, Kai is Agent, and then it's
Duke. Duke stuff.
Duke. I watch Duke, but Duke don't stream as much. I watch Kai the most. And it's the same thing. Like sometimes I don't catch Kai whole stream because he be streaming for hours, and I'm not one of the people who gonna sit down and watch him for hours.
Or
So I'll catch the clips on YouTube the next day. Duke, I like when Duke stream because Duke is like our age and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he more of a
Little older.
like older streamer type shit like that. Oh, but I do like when Duke stream. I like when Agent stream. I don't watch Phantom as much, but I do tap in to his YouTube and stuff.
Yo,
like
I
that.
just be dying when like people be like putting comments about like his weight and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
When they be, they just be they be coming up with like the craziest things. But I just be geeking when I look at it. It's funny as hell. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But shout out to Kata. He brought his homies a crib like 5 minutes away from him.
Word, yeah.
So like his New York people was Ray, Lil Rodney from Baltimore.
Okay.
That was, have you seen his Batman stream?
Yeah. That
The
I saw
one that
some
was
clips.
Robin.
I saw the clips. I didn't see the whole thing.
The dude that was playing Robin up there, mad funny. He's in a new house too, so they got their own crib. Ray, Rakai, so all of them funny.
Solid. That's pretty dope, bro. That's pretty dope. Yeah, man. That's crazy. I've thought about like getting more into like something like that, but
You sure, bro?
yeah, I would have to.
That's
figure
why.
it out.
But that's what I really want to do though. Like, cause I'm like one of the only people that I know that streams. I'm like, bro, like if we all stream and just get into Discord and record, like just stream and like the vibes gonna be there.
Word.
Everybody that we hang with got good vibes,
Word.
so the vibes gonna be there. we just gotta be ourselves and
Yeah.
like just put the content out there. But everybody don't want to do it, and I get it. Everybody can't just sit still for
For
long.
hours, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I can like when uh when the new season of Marvel Rival came out,
Uh-huh.
I streamed 11 hours.
Damn, in a row?
I streamed 11 hours in a row.
Sheesh.
And like we was taking breaks from playing the actual game and was chatting up there and stuff like that. But I was streaming for like 11 hours. And we went could have had more wins, but we went 25, 10, and 1 the first day that the of the new season went 25, 10, and 1.
Solid.
Three of those losses shouldn't have been there. Three of those losses in that draw shouldn't have been there. But hey, people want to be super friendly and just add anybody to the team.
Word. Yeah, you got
I ain't gonna call nobody names out, Dion.
Damn. Damn, Dion.
But yeah,
Yeah. Nah, that's crazy. That's what's up, though. Yeah, I definitely got to get on there with you guys and
You do,
start
man.
vibing in there. So, yeah, nah, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So, what else you been watching as far as like the anime and stuff like that?
Oh man. So Soul 11 season 2 just finished not too long ago. So good to me. It was so good that I went and read the manga in like a day.
Like, you was into it then?
Like a whole day.
All right, that's
But
what's
I
up.
didn't start all the way from the beginning. I started from where like the anime left off. So it was like chapter 100. So like around chapter 100, I forgot how many other chapters. But I know I read almost 100 something chapters in like one day. But yeah, I was really locked in. The anime is great, but the actual manga, it's like manga, but it's Korean. So
Oh,
I believe
okay,
it's
so it's
called
different.
a manga. I think that's why it's called that. Yeah, but it's like a manga. So, but it was good.
Yo, the Korean culture's coming out heavy, bro.
Yeah,
I could definitely tell, even with the music. Like my Gabby, she's into this. I don't even know if they're still a band, but it's called New Jeans or whatever.
Mm,
And she loves them, bro. But it's a thing, bro. And it's a
yeah.
whole wave. That's crazy.
It's crazy because Soul Leveling is like a top anime over here and
Mm.
probably in Korea, but in I think it's Japan, it's not even a big anime. And it's because the main character is Korean. And to me this is why. The main character is Korean. Jinwoo, the Aura guy, if you want to call him that. So he's Korean. And then it's one of these episodes where they go to the island where this strong ant is, Biru. So they went and raided the island before, but they had bad casualties. But the island was getting bad. The bugs were coming and killing people.
Okay.
So they joined up with people from like Japan, like the Japan branch of Hunters, that was the Hunters Association. So they joined up with people from Japan. The Japan people got clean. Like it was no contest in the anime. It was like clean. So
Okay.
I think that's why
It kind of rubbed them the wrong way.
Yeah, it's like
Yo, and I was going to ask you that because I was like, yo, like how can you tell if it's Korean or Japanese? And then I was like, could it be the names? Could it be? But I guess it's just the storyline.
The storyline too.
Yeah.
So in this story, like they let you know like they're Korean. They're like the Korean, like Jim Wood and them are Korean.
Got it.
And then like you meet the other hunters, and then like spoiler alert. I'm sorry if you haven't read it. Skip this part. So like in the next season, Jin Woo is going to travel to America, and we got hunters in America too. And let's just say it gets real. Like it's getting real.
I might have to check that out. And it's a show, you said?
Yeah, Solo Leveling. Definitely a good show. But I watched a bunch more stuff.
Yo, I do want to talk to you about something because I was strolling. I think it was yesterday, and I just want to get your thoughts behind this. And it really got me thinking. I'm like, okay, maybe I understand where he's coming from a little bit. When you said Dragon Ball Z was mid,
Okay.
so, but like that's a big thing for a lot of people, bro.
So like, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Dragon Ball Z will always be one of the top animes for what is done for the culture.
Uh-huh.
Like, you're not gonna tell me that you like anime and you never seen Dragon Ball Z.
Facts, yeah.
I just think that once you get into anime, you realize that Dragon Ball Z, it depends on what you like too. Cause like some people just like straight fighting.
Mhm.
That's why to me Solo Leveling is like so popular. Cause they're fighting.
Okay.
Like almost every episode they fighting. Like Jin is fighting something, some demon, some monster, whatever you want to call it. He's
Dope.
fighting somebody. I think that's the same thing with Dragon Ball Z. Is like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, all that. Like it's the fighting that people like the most.
I know it was for me. That was
so
my
like,
thing.
so like, I like Dragon Ball Z. I grew up on it, but I'm a story person.
I feel that.
Like I love fighting anime, but a fighting anime that has a great story behind it, or even like a decent story behind it,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna watch it. Now,
Right.
if you just give me an anime that has good fight scenes but has a great story, I'm gonna choose that anime over a regular just fighting anime.
Solid.
That's just me. That's why I think with Storia, Juana Sword, that I was talking about before we took a break from the podcast, I think it's like a super underrated anime. I think it's so underrated because people is comparing it to Black Clover so much. When it's really, to me, it's like a great mixture of Solo Leveling and Black Clover together.
Okay.
Because of the whole them going into a dungeon and fighting, but the main character doesn't have no magic power in a world full of power. But Will Sephiroth, he's like crazy with a sword.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but other than that,
I
man,
could So yeah, I just wanted to
go ahead.
I wanted to get a you know, your thoughts behind, you know, the comment and stuff like that. So
I mean,
that's solid.
and I could be biased. I can be biased because
Yeah.
Teen Gohan was like my favorite character.
Yeah.
And they did him dirty. He was supposed to be super strong, and they made him into whatever you want. I don't want to say the wrong
You think
word.
they're trying to redeem him now with the Beast Gohan?
I think they is, but to me, like for me, it's too late for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hey, but my views is not gonna change. Like somebody can be like, oh well, Goku solos whoever. I don't care. I'm not one to compare anime like that because the power scales are different. But if you ask me, Dragon Ball Z is a great all around anime because of what it's done for the culture, but the story is mid.
Yeah, no, I get that. It just kind of seems like it's repetitive, so I do understand that part of it.
So you say repetitive, right?
Yeah.
Listen though.
Okay.
You say repetitive, right?
Yep.
Okay, we go back to what the fans don't want to claim, right? They don't want to claim GT, Dragon Ball GT.
It's not canon, they said.
They don't want to claim it,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But they turn Goku into a little kid.
Yeah.
What they do with the new Dragon Ball Daima,
Yeah.
they turned him to a little kid.
I know.
So it's very repetitive, bro. And then
I think it was Toriyama though. I think that was like his last project before he passed away.
but it's like
So he wanted to bring that little nostalgia in there. No, I get that. I
could've
get that.
kept that.
No, I get that. Yo, you know one that I don't know if this counts or whatever, but I was watching the what is it? The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. It's on Netflix.
Oh, like it was the
a spinoff from like
Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah, that's
it's solid,
anime.
bro.
That's anime. Yeah,
Yeah, I
love Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah,
I just never watched that one yet.
Yeah, it's solid. I like it, man. They got this kid, man, and he turns up, but it's a process. So I do like that storyline too. So I could definitely see where you're coming from with that.
So you watched it on Netflix?
Yeah.
So you should watch Sakamoto Days.
Okay,
it's like it's not your like. It's kind of funny, but it's still fighting. So like, the dude, he was like a hitman, like top hitman, like in this world, he like the hitman. Fell in love. My boy got big or whatever like that. But as a big guy, he still moves fast. And basically, the organization he was working for put a hit out on him.
Dang.
Because it's just like John Wick. Like you can't leave. Can't
retire.
You can't retire.
Yeah.
And like, so these people come, they try to kill him. He got a little team with him. Like he got this one guy that can read minds.
Okay.
So like it's this one episode I thought it was like cool the way they did it. They got drugged or whatever like that by this villain, and whenever they tried to hit the villain, they ended up hitting each other. So what happened? The dude can read minds. And Sakamoto, he don't talk, but like when you hear stuff like, oh, when you do hear his voice, he probably saying something in his mind, and then like you hearing it through the clairvoyant.
Telekinesis or whatever it's called. Yeah.
You hearing it through
Wait, no,
that guy.
telekinesis is
So
moving
like
stuff.
he was basically like real fast, telling him like where he gonna swing at and stuff.
Dog.
And the dude was just in front of the villain, and he was like, dodging all that shit.
Damn.
So that on fire.
Yeah, I might have to check that out.
Let me see. Windbreaker just came back out, and they got straight to the fight in first 2 episodes. So Windbreaker is dope. I didn't think I would like Freerun. It's like a journey anime.
Okay.
Superpower for magic user, but she suppresses her power a lot. She suppresses it so people can't tell she's super strong. But basically, she's going on this new journey with new people, but it's showing backstories from her previous journey. Like everybody she went on a journey with before, they got old and died, but she don't age like them.
Oh, okay.
I think she like an elf or something like that. She don't age like them. So that's dope. And when I watched it, it's crazy because I watched that anime and it was like I didn't know it was so big when I watched it. I just thought I was gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna watch this. Cause even after I finished, it was like the story was cool. It was dope a little bit, but it wasn't like something I'll put at the top. But apparently got nominated for like a bunch of categories.
Damn. So wait for the people that don't know, where do you be watching the animes? Is it?
I watch on Crunchyroll. I watch a lot of anime on Crunchyroll, on Netflix. That'd be my main 2 sources to watch anime.
Crunchyroll and Netflix.
Yeah, but if I find something like on TikTok, I found a new show or something like that, then if you go to the comments, they'll tell you like where you can watch it. So most of the time, but most of the things you can find on Crunchyroll and on Netflix. So yeah. I watched a lot of, bro. I believe it or not, I finished a lot of anime from the last time we did the last podcast.
Yeah, no, we've been going for a minute, bro. It's 5 months.
Yeah, so I watched Cyberpunk. That's on Netflix. That's good.
Yeah, I did see that. I saw the preview for it or whatever. So I might check that out.
Blue Exorcist. So I was a fan of Blue Exorcist, but they took a long break, but then they brought it back out. So I'm watching that now. I think I got a few episodes left. Fire Force just dropped the new season. I believe the new season just dropped this past week, but I still have to watch season 2. Shinobi no Itoki.
Boy, no, all of them, bro. He lit right now.
This show is not crazy fighting in it, but the story is good to me. So basically, like the Itoki, I think that was his name. Itoki. He his family is like samurai family, well, shinobi family or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Like he knew nothing about it. Like growing up, he knew nothing about it. He met this girl. The girl tried to kill him. His people saved him, and then he like found out everything. And then he's the one that's supposed to take over because his dad was like the top person.
Okay.
But his dad had died. So his mom was actually running it and keeping everything away from him. But then he got to go to like this shinobi school.
Yeah, that sounds like
that.
something I would like to watch, bro. Yeah,
bro, like you'll probably it's on Crunchyroll, bro. Like you're like I'll just be finding stuff and watching. Like I'll watch the first few episodes and I'll be like, got potential, don't got potential, and then I'll just watch it.
So I was going to ask you like what makes the cut for you when you deciding on what you're gonna watch.
What makes the cut? I don't know, bro. It's like if I'm just searching, I'll go off the cover art.
Okay.
So if I think the cover art fire and they got some fire looking people in it, then I'll go to it and see what it's about. I give it a few episodes and see if it catch my attention. But I give it I say the most I give it like 5 episodes. Okay. 5 episodes, I should be seeing some type of, if it's a fighting anime, I should see some good animation for the fights, or either I should in 5 episodes, I should see like what your story is like really about.
So yeah.
So it just depends on that.
Okay.
And like I
100%.
said, like you ever need something to watch,
No, I already know,
got
bro.
you.
I already know.
I got
I'm
you.
gonna find the time to start doing that stuff.
Have you ever seen My Hero Academia?
Yeah, so I stopped at I forgot what season it was, but yeah, I was watching that pretty heavy. Oh, matter of fact, it was when all the villains was taking over like some type of city or whatever.
So
And
you're right there. So like when they were about to get their little power ups and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. So
Okay, yeah. So
that's where I'm
you
at.
not too far. You're not too far.
Yeah.
They about to. I think they coming out with the final season soon.
Okay.
And they did a spinoff of My Hero was before Deku's story and stuff like that.
So it's like All
It's
Might and stuff, or
it's like before that, I think.
okay.
So All Might is in it. He's like in the first episode, but he's not like a main character.
Okay.
He just shows them because he's the symbol of peace or whatever.
Gotcha.
So it just shows. So he's not sick right now.
Yeah,
It just shows him.
It's like a
But-
prequel.
Yeah. So it's like it's called Vigilante, like My Hero Academia Vigilante or something like that. Excuse me. But honestly, the first episode was whack.
Oh, okay.
First episode was trash. I'm only gonna watch it because my homeboy Mike, he read it. He read the manga
He said it gets better.
and he said it was good. And he spoke on this like before they even said they were gonna do an anime for it. So he said it was good. So I'm gonna wait, but y'all could have done a lot better with the first episode. Like if you don't know nothing about the manga for it, and you just watch the first episode, you probably gonna clock out.
Yeah, no doubt. That'll probably be me too, because I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm looking forward to though is the Demon Slayer movie coming out.
Oh yeah, they're not doing no more anime for it.
Really?
Nope, it's just
all-
gonna
it's
be
all straight movies?
three final movies for Demon Slayer. That's it. It's
crazy.
no more anime for it. It's just gonna be 3 movies.
Yo, but you know like that's one of the things like I was thinking about it the other day and I'm like maybe they didn't think it was gonna be as big as it is because like the storyline is so short. I feel like.
Yeah.
Think about like I don't know. I'm looking at Dragon Ball. I'm looking at Naruto. I'm looking at all these other animes that got thousands of episodes, and we talking about what 4 or 5 seasons and 3 movies.
Yeah, you have to. I guess you gotta take into account like the actual manga because like most of the anime shows they derive from a manga.
Yeah.
Not a lot of times the manga be either so far ahead or be done that if it's far ahead and it's not done and the anime catch up to it, then you gotta wait for so long for more chapters of the anime to come out.
Yeah.
Or they can mess it all up.
But this is all done from what I understand.
Yeah,
like,
so Demon Slayer, I believe, is done.
Yo, so
now they're just making the animation for it.
Yo, so all right, boom. So the franchise is really popular. Everybody love it. So if you was on the creative team for that, what would you do in order to try to keep it going?
Me personally, I wouldn't have did movies. I wouldn't have did movies. I would have kept doing. Demon Slayer made a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you how.
No, yeah, 100%.
And if I'm wrong, just let me know. So what they did with the first movie. All right, so they put out
The Mugen Train joint.
the train, right? But when they brought back the anime, like the first few episodes was basically the movie,
Right.
and people still watched it.
Yeah.
So you still getting your ratings, still getting all that. I would have just kept doing that. I would have like put out a movie, but don't put out like everything that happens in a whole season. Like put out a movie that flows into the anime,
Okay.
and then do the season, do it again. Boom. But I guess they don't have like enough material for it, and they don't want to deviate from the material.
So it comes to a close. What would you do after? Because I got a thought, because I was.
I would. It all depends. Like you could take the Naruto and Boruto route, but will it hit? Like not too many shows that got spinoffs really hit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't like Boruto because of the fillers. Now you read the manga, then you know that it's gonna get good. Especially after the time skip, it's gonna get good. But like a lot of spinoffs don't hit the same.
And that's what I was thinking, because like the way I would look at it, because I kind of moved ahead and I actually looked into the manga and everything. It was one of the ones that I did. Like I guess towards the end or whatever, I don't want to spoil it, but they kind of break off, they move on, and then you got the new generation. But I would pick it up there, right? And then say, okay, some type of threat came back. Now it's time for like a more, years and years later, somebody got to pick the mantle back up or whatever,
Yeah.
and start, kind of start it all
I
over
mean,
again.
I mean, you can do that. I mean, but it's just like a spinoff. That would be the same as like them doing a spinoff.
Yeah.
But like, will it? When I say this, when I be like, will it hit the same as like Demon Slayer? For one, if the same people make Demon Slayer, the animation is gonna be fire.
Yeah.
Fight scene is gonna be fire. So people might love it just strictly off that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people think the Demon Slayer story is mid. I like the Demon Slayer story.
I like it too. Yeah.
It's not the greatest story ever created, but I like the story. So long as they do, if they do a spinoff, as long as they come with some fighting scenes,
Yeah.
stuff like that, you'll capture people's hearts.
You know what I think would be dope too? Like let's say they do a new season of like modern day or whatever the case is, of like either everybody trying to learn a new breathing style, or a prequel where Yorichi was making the different breathing styles.
Oh yeah,
That would be kind of fire too.
See now if you do a prequel to like all the Hashiras before,
Yeah.
I think people would be more
That'd
into
be
that.
hard, bro. Of like how it really derived.
Yeah, I feel like people would be more. I know I would, but I feel like a lot of people would be more into that versus you doing fast forward into the future and then these new people come up. But they got a Red Ranger anime. I forgot the name of it, but I watched like the first 2 episodes. It's more on the funny side. So funny animes don't really catch my attention a lot, but I still have it on my watch list. I'm gonna watch it one day that I don't have nothing to watch, but it's they got an anime. So like the Red Ranger, it's an isekai. It's basically an isekai. Isekai is the type of anime where you got somebody from the real world or whatever world they was in, and then they get dropped into a new world.
Oh, okay.
So that's like isekai.
Oh, that's dope. That's solid.
So it's basically like Red Ranger was like in the regular world fighting, and then somehow it was a big fight, and then he ended up in a whole new world, like the real anime world type thing.
Okay.
So, but
I might have to check that out.
yeah, it was the first few episodes wasn't bad. It just didn't catch my attention to the point where it'd be like, nah, I gotta lock in and watch this.
Yeah, no, that's what's up.
So
That's good. Damn, I feel like we covered a lot when it comes to anime, bro. So
yeah,
I think a lot of people got
like,
some good recommendations. So
I'm telling you, bro, I'm one of them people. I'm gonna always be one of them people where like, if I meet you and you tell me you like anime, I'm gonna get excited.
You know what's crazy,
I'm
bro?
gonna get excited.
Just watching your passion, bro, because you get so excited talking about it.
Bro, because
like,
it's not like I don't have a lot of people to talk with about anime.
Yeah.
So it's like when I do find somebody, it's like, and I'm not one of the people. I'm not going to judge you on how much you know or whatever. You like anime, cool. Like you don't have to be a diehard anime fan. Like, what do you like? Now, if you tell me like the most simplest thing ever, I'm gonna be like, nah, you gotta watch this. You gotta watch this.
Yeah.
You gotta get tapped in with this. Blah blah blah. Like that. I'm gonna give you suggestions. I'm not gonna judge you by how little you know.
Yo, which is crazy because it don't matter what hobby you get into, right? You got the people that's like die hard, they into that hobby, that they treat a newbie a little bit differently, and then it kind of discourages them from really wanting to learn more, whatever the case is. So
that's why I don't really comment.
Shout out to you, bro. On that.
That's why I don't comment in like the groups, like the Facebook groups and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because you got people who want to be dickheads and stuff like that, and just want to like be rude and stuff.
Because I know it was like that when I was getting into guns and stuff like that. Bro, I didn't know anything about it, but like I had some really good people around that they really like taught me like, yo, this is this. You should look at this, do some research on this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love it now. Like it's like part of,
and it takes those people. Like I always like anime But when I was at the yard, man, that's why I said God makes no mistakes for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the crew I got put in, like I met two people there. Well, I met three people there that was really into anime. Two of them I still talk to this day. They was at my wedding, matter of fact.
Okay, yeah.
So still talk to them to this day. I can hit Mike up right now, Michael Travis up right now, and talk about anime and stuff like that.
Dope.
I actually played the game. I actually played Marvel Rivals with Mike the other day.
Okay.
But he on PC, so we can't play competitive together.
Oh, okay.
We ran a couple quick matches though.
Yo, you don't play Call of Duty?
I don't play Call of Duty no more. Call of Duty is like
What happened?
Call of Duty to me is the same. 2K is the same every year too.
That was one.
But I play 2K like sparingly now. Like I don't play 2K like all day long.
You used to lock in.
So like Call of Duty to me is like, because I don't like Warzone.
Yeah, me either. I played
So
team deathmatch.
I was always like a team deathmatch.
That's all I play.
I'm gonna tell you what I do like though. I did one that I started like, but none of my people that I played the game with like. Was it Search and Destroy?
Yeah, that was good.
Like with the
you gotta
get the like the equipment and stuff like that. So I do like that. I like that a lot. But nobody would want to play that. They either want to play Warzone or straight team deathmatch.
You play zombies too?
I don't play zombies. I
So
never liked zombies.
That was solid. One of my coworkers got me into that recently, and that was pretty good. But I usually only play the multiplayer, the team deathmatch, and that's. But you know me, like I'm super nostalgic. Mm-hmm. So like when you say like the things are repetitive, sometimes like for me it's like kind of like
yeah, that. I get that. But it was like to me, it was like I played Call of Duty like so much because you gotta realize like all my like G2 and all them they had PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I had when I think when PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 came out around the same time.
Yeah.
So they was on PlayStation. I was on Xbox. So all I really did was play Call of Duty with people online.
Damn, I didn't realize you strayed away from PlayStation at one point.
Yeah, so I had PlayStation forever. Only PlayStation I didn't have was the PS3. That was the only one I didn't have was a PS3.
Well, welcome back, bro. We're glad you're back.
All right. It's good to be back. I kind of like it more, but now I do want to eventually go to like, I'm gonna keep my 5. I'm gonna always get a PlayStation, but I do want to do like PC.
Yeah.
Just for, I feel like it's more like like better frame rates and stuff like that. But
yo, my brother built his, man. So maybe get with him and. I don't know how deep in the discovery process you are, because some people like to buy it, some people like to build it. It just kind of all depends on your cup of tea. But
that's the thing. Like you can, my friend was like, you can buy one and then you can like over time just replace the parts in it.
Yeah.
So I might take that route versus building one straight up. I'm a tech person, but I don't want to be that techy.
Yeah, no doubt. That's dope, bro. Yo, so what? And I know, summer's coming and all that. What you got planned for this summer, bro? What are some of your goals and some of the things we'll get into this summer?
I'm trying to lock in this summer. I'm trying to lock in. I'm trying to like not deviate from weddings so much. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to use this summer to like lock in, get some other stuff that I want to venture out into. Still on the like event scene. Yeah. But I just say it. I want to get into like 360 and stuff like that.
Oh, that's dope.
So I feel like that's a great business to get into, especially if you like take it serious. But other than that, bro, for real, it's just spending time with the fam.
Yeah.
I know she trying to plan a trip like the Myrtle Beach or somewhere. Like we ain't going somewhere so far this year because pocket still hurt from the wedding. That was a expensive wedding, but still every year we try to do something. I like this year we can do something close, and then next year we can do like a cruise or go back down to Florida or somewhere like that. Eventually, not this year or next year, but eventually, like my trip that I want to take is I want to go to Japan.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list too,
bro. But what about you? What you got planned?
I don't have nothing planned, bro. But I know that I wanna go out a little bit more. And I think it's really trying to find my way again of like really trying to I don't know. I guess I've had some tough losses. Obviously,
Yeah.
really I hadn't really recovered much since Jacquees, and then with my grandmother. Um, I'm gonna tell you a story too. Like when my grandma passed away, we took her back home to Guatemala, and being over there for almost 2 weeks, like it was a bad situation, obviously because of my
Yeah.
grandmother. But bro, I really love being
I'm
there,
about to
bro.
say from what I seen, it seemed like I know like I think I talked to T about it. I was like, it looked like I think I told her this. I was like, from what I seen from like posts like Angelica posting, you posting stuff like that. I was like, I know he wish he was over there under different circumstances,
Hmm.
but at least he enjoying himself. I seen you on like the like on the beach or whatever around the
Yeah,
ATVs and stuff like
word.
that. So I was like, yeah, at least he like somewhat enjoying himself. But I know you wish you was over there under different
Yeah,
circumstances.
because I mean, I think I tried to make the best of it. And I think that trip was healing, bro, because I really got to like lock in and like get a good sense of like where my grandma grew up, her childhood, all those things, and then just kind of being around that side of the family, man. It was really good because my mom's parents are over there too,
Yeah.
so I got to spend time with them. But I think I needed that at that particular time, both me and my sister, because I think it was healing in a way,
Mm.
just kind of didn't have to worry about any distractions and everything like that. But bro, I loved it over there. I think I told you before. I'm like, yo, I'm probably gonna get a
Got
house
a
over
crib
there.
over there.
Yeah, just to have a vacation house and stuff like that. But man, I really just want to like travel and just I don't know, just go do things, bro. Just gotta
Yeah.
rediscover myself, find myself. So I think that's on my plans. I do want to go and go to some baseball games. I've been telling you that, so hopefully we can get that knocked out this season.
Yeah, we can. Like, bro, we can. And then it's crazy because I love baseball so much. And then like I just love betting on baseball too. But
Yeah, yeah.
but
So,
yeah,
bro, and like it's not even like
and baseball games not expensive at
bro, I'm
all.
going to the Mets this weekend.
Mm,
You know how much I paid for 4 tickets? $34 each.
really,
Yeah.
bro?
I mean, it might be up there a little bit, but
You know how much I paid for Redskins
how much was
ticket,
it?
bro? I
We'll talk
think
about that later.
I think it was
Yeah.
like three when I because I took a picture of his birthday.
Yeah.
I think it was like maybe like three apiece,
That's crazy.
and it
Well,
wasn't like we was sitting. Now we had don't get me wrong, we had great seats.
yeah.
Like we had great seats, but it was like that compared to 300. I'll do that any day.
Bro, and because I was looking, I was like, yo, I was going to New York tomorrow or this weekend anyway.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, let me see what these tickets is about. And it was like, yo, $34 each. I'm like, yeah, and because like I think about it now, and it's not even about having the best seats. It's just about the experience.
experience. Yep.
Now I did get some for a Subway series in May. Those are a little different, but it's
Mm.
gonna be active over there. It's gonna be
Yeah, I
at
can
Yankee
imagine New
Stadium.
York
Yeah,
versus the Mets.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
can
be
imagine.
active. But in general, I just like, yo, it's just
But you
about the
be
experience.
traveling. I'm the type of like, yo, when they come to when they come to Washington.
Where, but I gotta force myself to do that, bro. I
mm,
gotta force myself because I'm like, yo, if not, I'm just gonna be in the house all day.
true.
So
Yeah.
I'm really like trying to stay active, trying to go out there and obviously, give the kid an experience and Kelly and everything like that because I don't want to like get lost in depression and then just kind of like lose my way. So I don't want to do
Yeah.
that either.
I
So
think I think the last game I was supposed to go to was the Redskins Patriots preseason game,
oh, okay.
and because it was gonna be in Washington, and I bought everybody tickets, right?
Hmm.
And then everybody just started backing out, and my son made me so mad.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
And I'm
yeah, yeah.
like, bro, like it's not. He was like, but it's neither one of my teams. I'm like, it doesn't matter,
It's the
bro. It's
experience,
the
bro. Word.
experience. I'm just like, you know what? I'm like, yo, no, none of y'all better ask me
Nah,
for
facts.
nothing.
Facts.
Like, I mean, it was preseason tickets, so it wasn't that expensive.
Word.
But the fact that I bought everybody tickets, and my stepdad still wanted to go, but I was just so boned out that my son didn't want to go no more. So it was like, I was
Damn.
like, bro, I didn't want to take that drive no more.
Damn, you should have told me, bro. I would have picked
Yeah.
up one of them tickets and we're with you, bro.
Yeah, I could have. I should have.
Like for me, like of course I got my teams, but I like to go to events and stuff.
Yeah,
to,
bro, it's just
to,
the experience.
yeah, it's
Like
experience. Yeah.
my first football game was that year, and I like the Patriots, so it was like I went to go see Washington and the Eagles play. And now one of my team. But when
Word.
I tell you I was in there rooting for Washington because it's my dad's team.
Word.
So when I was in there, I was a real Washington Redskins fan.
Nah, facts.
Like it was like the vibes was like crazy
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there. So like yeah,
That's what's up. But now, for me, like that's really what I want to just kind of like get back to, like the things that I like to do. Just pushing myself to do those things, and I do want to go back to Disney sometime or another this year. But yeah, I mean that's kind of, I don't really have no plans. I'm just going like kind of like as things come up, just figure out what we can do. So, but yeah, that's it. Though.
that's kind of me. I'm like I'm a procrastinator for sure. Yeah, I'm a procrastinator. I know I am.
All right.
I know I have a real serious issue
Well,
with this.
no, I know.
Like
I
I
know.
don't, bro. What I'm at, like yo, what people don't realize is that when I'm at home, I don't look at my phone that
Yeah.
much, unless I'm like, yo, let me look up these stats or something. Other than that, I really don't need my phone because my computer is right
You
here.
got everything. Yeah.
So like my computer right here, my game right here, my other monitor right here. So it's like I don't look at my phone.
I be annoying this man, bro, because I'm gonna make sure he answers, and I know he gets annoyed, but I don't care. I'm gonna be calling him,
And I
if not,
apologize because my phone
I'm gonna
stay
hit his
on.
secretary.
My phone stay on D&E. So like
Word.
yeah, so like you need to reach me, you gotta reach me. Like you gotta reach. Sometimes you gotta reach out to my wife.
Word.
Like I'm
but,
more of a like email.
Yeah.
When it comes to business stuff, I'm like, yo, email me because I may not see it. Like you call me, I may not see it.
Nah, facts.
Now, if you send me a text message or something like that, and I do see it, I'm gonna respond back.
I think because you remember how I used to be, but I think what changed me was work, and like I have to follow up, have to have responses,
Oh,
have to
yeah.
have. So I'm like, yo, bro, what we gonna do? Let me know so I can go ahead, whatever the case is. So that's why I'll be
I
like,
think
yo.
I'm not opposite. I think work made me not want to look at my phone so much.
Yeah. Nah.
Cause like it was at one point I was like constantly being like called and for like dumb stuff though, for like little stuff that could like easily been waiting on, or like when I was
Next shift or whatever.
yeah, when I was working, I was like the employees was like always calling me. I'm like, bro, I'm not even our boss. But I was like the one that knew the most stuff, so they was like always call me
Yeah.
and ask me stuff. So it was got to a point where I was like, that's what really did it. That, and then I just started putting my phone on D&D, and then I'll forget that it's on D&D.
I feel that. No, I get that, bro.
So I'll be like, yo, just call me twice.
Yeah, I don't
if
be.
I miss it, then I'll
don't
see
be
it.
paying
I'll
attention.
text you.
Like I'll call you. I'll be like, I'm gonna hit him later, and I'll be like, nah, whatever. I'll just call him. I call him another day, whatever the case is. But I'm like, yo, when I need to talk to you, I'm gonna figure out how to get. If not, I'm gonna call Millie's iPad. I'm like, yo, we gonna talk about this today. So. Yeah, but nah, that's what's up, bro. But nah, man, I don't know where we at right now. About an hour and 8 minutes. So,
Right.
yeah, man, we definitely, bro, definitely good. Good to get back to it. Obviously we've been talking frequently, so nothing really new for us to talk about. But yeah, no, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, we got to get back to it and be a little bit more consistent on it. So.
Facts. But yeah, man, this was just a catch up episode.
Word.
So y'all can see what we've been up to. But next episode we finna lock in. So
No, facts.
it's no more like taking time off for real. We finna lock in. We finna get it going. Finna have these clips going, TikTok clips and all that. I did get, bro, for real. A lot of people love the interview, the podcast we did
with Jerry?
Jerica.
Yep,
Yeah.
Jerry,
So we might have to bring her back on every once in a while.
No doubt.
Get her female perspective.
Yo, I'm open to bringing people on, just to have different conversations, because I realize that me and you can like cover pretty much our whole stuff in like
Facts.
an hour or so.
I know. I did Wawa in the wedding, and then I spoke to Hawk. Hawk said something about he wouldn't mind coming on.
So,
I would love, because he went to California,
Mhm.
Was making music. Shout out to him, bro. Like very underrated artist. I feel like he should have been like took off.
Yeah,
You
no
asking me. And his sound to me is like a sound that can't be real. Like if you know Hodge, then and he write for somebody else, you're gonna automatically know that's his sound. because shout out to Hotch too. He wrote for YK Osiris. He wrote one of YK Osiris' latest songs that he put out, I believe,
okay.
not too long ago.
Solid.
And as soon as I heard the song, I was like, nah. I was like, Hotch
That's the song.
Hotch wrote that.
Yeah.
That's that trap
That's
blues
crazy.
type vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, I wouldn't mind having him up there. That'd be dope too.
Dope. Yeah,
Just
no,
to get
for
his
sure.
perspective, like on what he did in the music industry and
Yeah,
stuff.
no, and I think you know a lot, especially anybody that wants to do it, just kind of getting that feedback on like what
Facts.
he's had to go through and everything like that. Because I'm sure it's tough, bro. We know. I mean, I know we did music back in the day, but we kind of left it back in the day too. So
I feel like, bro, if we was like younger and like we had a sound of today, I feel like I feel like it'll be hard, like not as hard, but it'll be way easier to get looked at now because you got the TikTok, because you got reels and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
facts.
like it's just all about promotion now.
you go, yeah, because everybody got their own like fan base or whatever the case is. So yeah, it is a lot easier. Nah, that's dope, bro. Yeah, we definitely got to look into that. Bring some more people on, and you know have some better conversations too. So it's cool. Man, well, that's gonna do it for today, man. We appreciate you watching. If you still tuned in, definitely if there's certain categories you want us to talk about, cover, whatever the case is, you let us know. We're definitely open to doing that. And like he said, we're gonna lock in and get this thing going. But I did want to say something before we kind of got off, and it really got me thinking today. And I was like, so business owner that I know ended up passing away, and you know. I'm not gonna tell the backstory, but it kind of made me realize, and then just kind of hearing conversations and stuff like that. I think what I'm gonna urge everybody, because I had to do this myself. Let's stop thinking about what we don't have, and let's be grateful for the stuff that we do have.
Facts.
And I think that's important right now because, you know, at any minute we could be gone. You know, and I think about it. You know, with a lot of the people that I've lost, people that I'm sure you've lost and stuff like that. Like, it probably wasn't their time, whatever the case is, but you know, let's appreciate those moments and let's be appreciative about the things that we got. Especially right now, man. I know the world is crazy, everything's expensive, and you know, we definitely would like to be doing, you know, a little bit of everything, but you know, with the finances, it's just sometimes not possible. So, but let's really be appreciative about the things that we have and not worry so much about the stuff that we don't, because you know, if we start comparing, I think you'll end up being grateful for the stuff that you do. So that's all I got.
Yeah. But we got an email for this, right?
Yeah.
So I want to say is like, if y'all have any topics or anything y'all want us to speak on, you know, I know some like radio shows they used to do like people send in like a letter or something like that.
Oh,
like,
dope.
Do something like that where you send in like your situation or what you got going on, and
strawberry letter from like Steve Harvey.
Yeah, something like that from like Steve Harvey. So like we'll love to like read some of those out on the podcast and you know give our feedback on that. So like little stuff like that. Like we truly appreciate like everybody that tap in.
100%.
Y'all motivate us to like want to keep doing it because this is something that we probably could have just did a couple of times and we got great feedback on it, but this could have been one of them projects where we never picked it back up again, but we did because of y'all.
Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all for staying on us, especially staying on me about it because like I said, I'm a big procrastinator and I be all over the place sometimes, but I appreciate that. I know Obama over here, he appreciates y'all.
No,
so
100%.
Like everybody that taps in, like 100%, we appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And again, this is our first episode back for after like 5 months. So just stick with us, bro, because the vibes is about to be vibing. You know, it's gonna be good. You guys are gonna like it, and we're gonna take a lot of that feedback and try to add it in. So, man, we appreciate you watching. Peace.
Oh yeah, get money, drink water, and watch more anime.
Oh yeah, it's about to get hot. So yeah, stay hydrated.
Peace.